Total Preparation Lucknow welcomes you all to its online program.
Friends, in this video, we would be discussing the weekly current affairs topics from the period of 27th of June till 10th of July 2020. Let's quickly begin with the first question. When did the global community celebrate the 75th anniversary of the signing of the United Nations Charter? So the answer to this question is 26th of June. On 26th of June 2020, the global community celebrated the 75th anniversary of the signing of the United Nations Charter. United Nations was established on 24th of October 1945 through a United Nations Charter. It was accepted as a UN Charter on 26th of June 1945 after the member countries signed on a declaration. This declaration was signed by 50 countries in San Francisco, USA. Poland signed the charter later and joined the group of its founding members. United Nations is an international organization. Its mission and tasks are guided by the objectives and principles given in the charter. Its aim is to provide support in making international laws more convenient, work for international security, economic and social development and protection of human rights, along with world peace. The main principle of UN is that all its member nations are equal and sovereign. United Nations Day is observed every year on 24th of October. It has 6 main parts: General Assembly, Security Council, Economic and Social Council, Trust Council, Secretariat, and International Court of Justice. Which international organization has launched Poverty Alleviation Coalition amidst COVID-19 pandemic? The answer to this question is United Nations. United Nations has started the Poverty Alleviation Coalition. India has become the founder member of this alliance. The alliance was announced in an informal meeting by Tijjani Mohammad Bande, President of the 74th session of the United Nations General Assembly. He formally launched the Coalition of Poverty Eradication on 30th of June, which aims to provide a forum for member countries to boost the global economy after the effects of COVID-19 pandemic. When was the International Day Against Drug Abuse and Illicit Trafficking celebrated globally? So it is celebrated on 26th of June. On 26th of June, the International Day Against Drug Abuse and Illicit Trafficking 2020 was observed worldwide against drug abuse disorders and illegal trafficking. The theme of this day for the year 2020 is Better Knowledge for Better Care. Its objective is to eradicate drug abuse at the international level and enhance social empowerment. On December 7, 1987, the United Nations General Assembly, via Resolution 42/112, decided to mark 26th of June as the International Day Against Drug Abuse and Illicit Trafficking. The key aim of this assembly is to strengthen global action and cooperation in making the international society free of drug abuse. It is also known as World Drug Day. What is the theme of the Day of the Seafarer, which is celebrated by the International Maritime Organization (IMO)? The theme is Seafarers are Key Workers. The day celebrates and recognizes the contribution made by seafarers globally to international seaborne trade, civil society, and world economy. It is celebrated on 25th of June every year. The Day of the Seafarer was established by a resolution at the Conference of Parties to the International Convention (CPIC) held in the Philippines in 2011. It should be noted that the International Maritime Organization IMO in 2010 announced to celebrate Sailor Day on 25th of June each year in recognition of the contribution of the sailors. Which organization has indigenously developed the torpedo defense system MARICH that was recently in news? So MARICH has been developed by Defense Research and Development Organization, also known as DRDO. Indian Navy has included indigenously built torpedo decoy system MARICH in its fleet to enhance its anti-submarine warfare capabilities. This anti-torpedo decoy system has been designed and developed by DRDO Laboratories, NSTL and NPOL. NSTL stands for Naval Science and Technological Laboratory, and it is an Indian Defence Lab of DRDO. This laboratory is located in Visakhapatnam, and its main function is to conduct research and development for underwater weapons and related systems. NPOL, Naval Physical and Oceanographic Laboratory, is a naval physics and oceanographic laboratory and is located in Kochi, Kerala. Which Union Ministry has launched the Nasha Mukt Bharat Annual Action Plan 2020-21? So it has been launched by the Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment. Nasha Mukt Bharat Annual Action Plan 2020-21 for 272 most affected areas was e-launched by Ratan Lal Kataria, the Minister of State for Social Justice and Empowerment, on the occasion of International Day Against Drug Abuse and Illicit Trafficking. He also released logo and tagline for National Action Plan for Drug Demand Reduction and 9 video spots produced for drug abuse prevention. The parts of this action plan are awareness related programs, emphasis on higher education institutions, university campuses and schools, treatment facilities in hospitals, and capacity building programs for service providers. Which ministry started the Sankalp Parv, which was recently in news? It was started by Ministry of Culture. On the call of Prime Minister Modi, the Ministry of Culture has announced to observe Sankalp Parv from 28th of June to 28th of July 2020 for planting trees. During this period, the subordinate offices, academies and allied institutions under the ministry will plant trees wherever possible in and around their campus. The Ministry of Culture has given priority to 5 trees underlined by the Prime Minister, which represent the herbal heritage of our country. These trees include banyan, amla, peepal, ashok and bale. The organizations related to the Ministry of Culture have been asked to ensure that in addition to planting these 5 trees, every employee must plant at least 1 tree of their choice. The institutions should also ensure that the employee takes care of the plant throughout the year so that it is always safe and flourishing. Which rating agency has forecasted India's economy to shrink by 5% in the current financial year? S&P Ratings. S&P Global Ratings recently released its report titled Economic Research Asia Pacific Losses Near $3 trillion as Balance Sheet Recession Looms. According to the report, it is estimated that the Indian economy is expected to shrink by 5% this financial year. S&P forecasts a shrinking of 1.3% of the economies of Asia and Pacific region in the year 2020. When is the National Statistics Day celebrated? It is celebrated on 29th of June. National Statistics Day is celebrated on 29th of June every year by the Government of India with aim to popularize the use of statistics in daily life. The theme of this day for this year is Sustainable Development Goal 3, ensure healthy lives and promote well-being for all at all ages. and Sustainable Development Goal 5 achieve gender equality and empower all women and girls. Due to stringent travel and safety regulations for COVID-19 pandemic globally, the National Statistics Day 2020 will be celebrated in virtual form. This day is celebrated on 29th of June on the birth anniversary of Professor P.C. Mahalanobis to recognize his invaluable contribution in the establishment of the national statistical system. It is important to note that Professor P.C. Mahalanobis was a famous Indian scientist and statistician. His birthday is celebrated as the Statistics Day in memory of his contribution towards the importance of statistics in socio-economic planning and government sector. In the year 2019, the Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation announced a new award by the name of Professor P.C. Mahalanobis National Award in Official Statistics in recognition of the extraordinary contribution of the statisticians in the central government, state governments and institutions. Which Indian institute has developed an intensive care unit ICU grade ventilator under Project Prana? The answer to this question is Indian Institute of Science. The scientists and students of IISc have jointly developed an indigenous ventilator record under Project Prana in 35 days. The prototype of the ventilator has been successfully completed and is now in the process of commercialization. This ventilator uses only made in India components or those which are easily available in the domestic markets. The team developed the ventilator in a record 35 days. This ventilator is designed by the scientists using a pressure sensor and reverse osmosis water filter. The pressure and flow parameters in the ventilator are controlled using a PLC board. The PLC board is a programmable logic controller board which is mainly used for programming purposes. The ventilator consists of a mixture of oxygen with compressed air. All the components used in it are made in India. Hence, it is 100% indigenous. This research will help India meet its ventilator requirement. Currently, there are around 40,000 ventilators available in the country. However, the use and demand of ventilators is likely to increase as the number of COVID-19 cases are increasing day by day. What is the name of India's first manned space mission? Gaganyaan. According to the Union Minister of Atomic Energy and Space, the launch of India's first manned space mission, Gaganyaan, will not be affected due to COVID-19 pandemic. The announcement to launch Gaganyaan was made by the Prime Minister of India in August 2018. This mission is targeted to be completed by the year 2022 and its cost is estimated to be around 1,000 crores. Under this mission, the spacecraft will be placed in 300 to 400 kilometers of low Earth orbit, where 3 to 7 crew members will spend 3 to 7 days in space. Union Atomic Energy and Space Minister informed that to encourage private participation in activities related to ISRO, a new regulatory body called Indian National Space Promotion and Authorization Center in Space will be established. The World Bank has approved a $250 million loan for affordable housing projects of which Indian state? The answer to this question is Tamil Nadu. On 29th of June 2020, the Government of India and the World Bank Group signed an agreement to provide affordable housing to the poor in urban areas of Tamil Nadu. Two projects, those are proposed under this agreement, are Tamil Nadu Housing Sector Strengthening Program and Tamil Nadu Housing and Housing Development Project. The loans for both the projects have been provided by the International Bank for Reconstruction and Development (IBRD), an arm of World Bank Group. The total tenure of this loan is 20 years. What is the name of the rare and critically endangered plant which has been recently discovered in the Sikkim Himalayas near the Teesta River Valley region? Globa andersoni. After a long gap of about 136 years, a team of researchers from Pune and Kerala have rediscovered a rare and critically endangered plant species called Globa andersoni in the Sikkim Himalayas near the Teesta River Valley region. This species is mainly confined to the Teesta River Valley region, which includes Sikkim Himalayas and Darjeeling mountain ranges. This plant is commonly known as dancing ladies or swan flowers. The plant was first spotted in the year 1875, after which it became extinct. The earliest record of the collection of this species dates back to the middle of 1862-70, when it was collected by a Scottish botanist, Thomas Anderson, from Sikkim and Darjeeling. Later, a British botanist, Sir George King, collected it from the Sikkim Himalayas in 1875. Globa andersoni is characterized by white flowers, non-contracting anthers, yellow apices, etc. It is classified under critically endangered and narrowly endemic species. Let's move on to our next question. Which is the first Indian state or union territory to start a plasma bank completely dedicated to the treatment of COVID-19 patients? The answer is Delhi. The government of Delhi has recently announced the introduction of the first plasma bank in the country for the treatment of COVID-19 patients. The facility will be set up at the Institute of Liver and Biliary Sciences (ILBS) and will be made available to all the government and private hospitals in Delhi. This therapy involves the withdrawal of blood from the patients who have recovered from COVID-19 and allows the use of plasma and antibodies for the treatment of other active patients. Which country has recently discovered a new virus named G4? So it has been discovered by China. A new virus named G4 has been discovered by scientists in China, which is similar to swine flu of 2009. The full name of this G4 virus is G4EA-H1N1. It has the potential to spread epidemics in humans. During a monitoring program for pigs in China, the G4 virus was detected by scientists of several institutions, including the National Influenza Center. This monitoring program was initiated between 2011-18 that involved collection of more than 30,000 swab samples of pigs in 10 provinces of China. The researchers isolated 179 swine flu viruses from these samples, most of which were of the new G4 virus. Tests have found that the virus can cause zoonotic animal to human infection, but so far there is no evidence of human to human transmission. According to the scientists, the new G4 virus is a traditional form of H1N1 virus which was responsible for the swine flu pandemic of 2009. Which state government has decided to launch the Kill Corona campaign to control the spread of coronavirus? Madhya Pradesh. The Chief Minister of Madhya Pradesh, Shivraj Singh, launched the Kill Corona campaign from July 1, 2020 to control the spread of COVID-19 in the state. A door-to-door survey will be conducted under this campaign. It will double the COVID-19 test capacity per 10 lakh people in the state from 4,000 to 8,000. Which digital platform of the Government of India won 2 awards at the prestigious Global Leadership Summit COGEX 2020? The answer to this question is MyGov. AI-enabled MyGov Corona Help Desk of India has won 2 awards at the Global Leadership Summit and the Festival of AI and Emerging Technology COGEX 2020. The awards won by MyGov are in the following categories. 1. Best Innovation for COVID-19 Society. 2. People's Choice COVID-19 Overall Winner. COGEX awards are given for the best in emerging technologies in AI, that is, artificial intelligence, globally. Which global organization released the Global Education Monitoring GEM report? UNESCO. The United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization (UNESCO) has released the Global Education Monitoring Report. According to UNESCO data, 154 crore students were severely affected due to the closure of academic institutions due to COVID-19 outbreak. As per this report, at least 40% of low and middle income countries in the world are in proper lockdown due to the crisis arising out of COVID-19. These countries have failed to provide proper modes of studies to the students during the closure of schools worldwide. According to the report, less than 10% of countries have laws that help ensure inclusiveness in education. UNESCO urged all countries to focus on those which are left behind. The report states that the education system almost fails to meet the special needs of the students. It also states that sign language has been officially recognized in only 41 countries of the world. Koala, which was recently in news, is likely to be extinct from which country by 2050? So it's likely to be extinct from Australia by the year 2050. A year-long parliamentary inquiry process in Australia states that if the Australian government does not immediately intervene to protect the habitat of koalas, then this species of koala may be extinct from the state of New South Wales by the year 2050. Koala is a famous Australian fauna. It is commonly called a bear. It is a tree-dwelling marsupial in coastal areas of eastern Australia. Its scientific name is Phascolarctos cinereus. It is herbivorous and is born after 34 to 36 days of pregnancy without the immune system. Later, it develops in the stomach pouch or bag for a period of about 6 months. It is listed as a vulnerable species under the Red Data Book of IUCN. Due to the loss of habitat and lack of diet, their population has decreased rapidly. The main diet of this organism is eucalyptus leaves. It is important to note that the increase in carbon dioxide in the atmosphere is reducing the nutritional quality of eucalyptus leaves. Name the 2 species those have been added to the list of butterflies of India recently: striped hair streak and elusive prince. The 2 new species, striped hair streak and elusive prince, have been included in the list of butterflies of India. Lepidopteris discovered striped hair streaks in India from Vijayanagar on the Indo-Myanmar border and the elusive prince in Miao in the periphery of Namdapha National Park. Lepidopterist is an entomologist who collects and studies butterflies and moths. Striped hair streak was first recorded by Japanese entomologists in Hainan province, China. The elusive prince originally belongs to the East Asian country, Vietnam, and is similar to the black prince, a species of butterfly found in the eastern Himalayas. Two species of butterfly in India, black prince and brown prince, belong to Rohana genus. The scientific name of elusive prince is Rohana tonkiniana. It was named after Tonkin, located in North Vietnam, where it was first discovered. Details about these two butterfly species have been published in April-June edition of the BioNotes journal. There are now 1327 butterfly species in India, which was 1318 in the year 2015. Which union ministry implemented the Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Anna Yojana? Ministry of Food and Public Distribution. The Union Ministry of Food and Public Distribution implemented the Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Anna Yojana. Food and Public Distribution Minister Ram Vilas Paswan has recently released the details of the second phase of PM Garib Kalyan Anna Yojana. Under the scheme, 5 kg of wheat or rice or 1 kg of gram dal will be given free to every member of the family. So far, under this scheme, about 93% in April, 91% in May, and 71% grains in June have been distributed to the beneficiaries. The states have taken 116 lakh metric tons of food grains from the central government to meet the same. This food scheme has now been extended till November. Which Indian American has been honored with the 2020 Great Immigrants Award? Siddharth Mukherjee and Professor Raj Shetty. Two eminent Indian Americans who have contributed to address the health crisis due to COVID-19 are among the 38 expatriates who have been honored by the prestigious American Foundation in view of this year's US Independence Day celebrations. Pulitzer Prize winning author and oncologist Siddharth Mukherjee and Professor of Economics at Harvard University Raj Shetty have been awarded the 2020 Great Immigrants by the Carnegie Corporation of New York. The name of Siddharth Mukherjee's Pulitzer Prize winning book is The Emperor of All Maladies, a biography of cancer. He was awarded the Padma Shri, India's fourth highest civilian honor, in the year 2014. Raj Shetty is one of the youngest professors in the history of Harvard. Apart from this, he also runs a research lab, Opportunity Insight, which aims to identify the barriers to economic and social mobility and formulates policies to deal with them. It is important to note that the American Independence Day is celebrated every year on 4th of July. Which international organization has recently released the report titled COVID-19 and Tourism? The answer to this question is UNCTAD. UNCTAD, United Nations Conference on Trade and Development, has recently released a report titled COVID-19 and Tourism, Assessing Economic Consequences. According to this report, the tourism sector of the world can reduce by at least $1.2 trillion or 1.5% of the global gross domestic product. If the stop on international tourism prolongs for 8 months, the loss could be $2.2 trillion or 2.8% of the global GDP. The place named Nemo, which was in news recently, is situated on the bank of which river? The answer to this question is Indus River. Nemo is a small village in the Union Territory of Ladakh. It is surrounded by the Zanskar mountain range and is situated on the banks of the Indus River. This place was seen in news recently as Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi travelled to Nemo to interact with Indian soldiers. Nemo is the headquarters of the Reserve Brigade of the Indian Army, located at an altitude of 11,000 feet near Kargil. The Border Roads Organization (BRO) is constructing a road from Padum in Nemo in the Zanskar Valley. Which organization is going to start its first news program in Sanskrit language called Sanskrit Weekly? The name of the organization is All India Radio. From 4th July 2020, All India Radio FM news channel will broadcast the first news program in Sanskrit language for a period of 20 minutes at 100.1 MHz frequency. All India Radio has named this program as Sanskrit Weekly. What is the name of the continent whose map was recently released by geologists? Zealandia. The geologists recently released a new map of the continent of Zealandia. Zealandia is a continent of 2 million square miles east of Australia, which is beneath modern New Zealand. 94% of this continent is underwater. At the same time, the continent is different from Australia and Antarctica in geological terms. Scientists have discovered the concrete site beneath the massive water body in the 1990s, which was formally given the status of the continent in the year 2017. It is a group of submerged pieces of landmass which broke away from the ancient Gondwana land about 85 million years ago. Gondwana was formed when the ancient single continental part, Pangaea, was divided into two pieces. Even after the construction of Gondwana, the surface of the fragmented part continued to rearrange. Zealandia is one such rearranged structure. The new map shows the bathymetry of Zealandia as well as its tectonic history, showing how volcanoes and tectonic motion have shaped this continent over millions of years. It is important to note that till the year 2017, Zealandia was classified as a microcontinent, but it was declared a continent in 2017 due to its defined boundaries. Located over an area of 1 million square kilometers and being built above the sea slab. What is the name of the potential COVID-19 vaccine being developed by Indian Council of Medical Research, ICMR? Covaxin. Indian Council of Medical Research has partnered with Bharat Biotech to develop a potential COVID-19 vaccine named Covaxin. The Drug Controller General of India has given permission to conduct its phase 1 and 2 human clinical trials. ICMR has announced that it is working as per globally accepted standards to develop this vaccine. What is the theme of India Global Week 2020 conference starting in London on 9th of July 2020? Be the Revival, India and a Better New World. On 9th July 2020, the Prime Minister addressed the India Global Week 2020 conference in London. The theme of this conference is Be the Revival, India and a Better New World. The purpose of this conference is to focus on India's trade and foreign investment processes and to explore strategic and cultural opportunities and to understand the challenges faced in these areas and take appropriate decisions. India Inc., a media house based in the United Kingdom, organized the event annually. 5,000 global participants from 30 countries will participate in this conference. The conference will run for 3 days, that is from 9th till 11th of July 2020, and will be addressed by 250 global speakers. This event will help in improving the Invest India program of the country. Golden birdwing, which was recently in the news, belongs to which family of creatures? It belongs to butterfly. According to the latest issue of a research paper called BioNotes, a Himalayan butterfly named golden birdwing has been declared India's largest butterfly. So far, another butterfly named southern birdwing held the record for being the country's largest butterfly for 88 years, discovered in 1932 by a British military officer, Brigadier Evans. Female golden birdwing was discovered from Dilihat in Uttarakhand, while male golden birdwing was discovered from Wangkhar Butterfly Museum in Shillong, Meghalaya. The scientific name of golden birdwing is Troidus aeacus. The wings of this species are up to 194 millimeters in length. The female golden birdwing belonging to this species is marginally larger than that of the southern birdwing. Earlier, the largest Indian butterfly discovered in the year 1932 was related to the species southern birdwing, which was then called common birdwing. The scientific name of this species is Troidus helena. So friends, with this we come to the last question of this complete series of current affairs topics. So here we go. Which state or union territory recently launched Mahajobs portal for unemployed youth? The answer to this question is Maharashtra. On July 6, 2020, the Chief Minister of Maharashtra, Uddhav Thackeray, launched the Mahajobs portal, which acts as a bridge between industrialists and local unemployed youth in the state. The portal has identified 17 economic sectors like engineering, logistics and chemicals. In this portal, provision has been made for selection of 950 diverse jobs for 17 youth sectors for local youth, where the residence certificate would be required. Earlier, the Employment Regulation Center in Maharashtra provided information about unemployed youth but did not provide information about how many youth actually got employment. This portal will help bridge the gap between employers and skilled, semi-skilled and unskilled workers. It is important to note that there is a challenge of job creation in Maharashtra due to COVID-19 pandemic. On one hand, the government has to take measures for creating jobs, while on the other hand, it has to stop the ongoing layoffs in some industries.
So friends, with this we come to the end of this video. Thank you so much for being with us. We have tried to include few more important questions this time, which would be really helpful for you from the point of view of upcoming competitive exams. Please do not forget to like, subscribe and share our video. In order to keep getting the updates on other current affairs related topics, please press the bell icon. Thank you.